you, thank you, thank you.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, I'm afraid that kind of somber, frosty reception will not do. Need I remind you that we are here to celebrate a young, dynamic, vibrant woman who is a mover and a shaker in the media industry. So I think you can do better. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that's more like it. I think we'll warm up as the evening's proceedings continue. It is such a pleasure. Indeed, it's an honor for me to be with you this evening. My name is Ayanda Allie Paine. I'm a news anchor by profession, and I will be your program director tonight. And you know us journalists, right? We're very nosy. So I think that's why they called us here, because it's full of fun. What's in this beautiful book behind us? So you will find out when I also speak to that a little bit later. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, there was a busy bee also running around here. I think your influence has rubbed off on her. Tammy, so she's a publisher and is from that side. And round of applause for her as well.
Listen, I still get so excited and so giddy when I see so many black faces in a book. And I keep saying this, that 7 years ago when I entered into this industry, it was not like this. So this is special. I'm really grateful to have you guys here. I don't know if I'll get the introduction, but it's also my party and I can cry if I want to. You know, I don't want to cry, so I want to keep it light. But working on this book has been magical for me because it has taught me many, many things. And I keep telling Bonang that there is no way that I will ever carry on doing business the same way that I did before I met her. And I keep telling her that long after this book has lived in libraries and has been archived, that I will always be touched by her magic. And I did tell her, remember I told you when we met, I said, if you need to like me, remember I said, I told you, that it's very important to like the publisher and for the publisher to like the author, because you're going to fight. You're going to want to kill each other. I'm glad you won the fight for the cover.
Thank you.
She won the cover for the fight for the cover, and it's gorgeous. I'm very glad mine did not win. But this book has been a very special thing to work on. It's been an eye-opener in many ways, and I think a lot of people know me as like a country there, but who's here will know that I'm maybe a bit of a demon. The people at DNA know I can be a bit of a demon. Thank you, DNA, and for giving me a free workspace. I love you guys. And thank you to everyone, especially Bonang's mother, who helped us when Bonang said, I don't remember. And she helped it. And I've told Bonang, I don't give a rat's ass about her now. I stand for her mother. She's my person now. I hope you guys will buy the book. I've just gone past the exclusive book stand. You guys have not bought the book yet, because you are going to buy. I mean, it's a given. We would love for you to buy the book. We thank you for your support. We thank you for being here. And Bonang, I love you. I adore you. You know this.
Thank you very much. Love you too.
Thank you. Have fun.
Thank you so much. And I also have it on good authority that she cracks the whip. Is it true?
Oh, she does.
She's a slave driver.
Yeah, her and Gugu together. It's like they could rule the world, I always tell them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is an opportunity for you to also interact with Bonang. I know you have many questions. Hands up, who has read the book?
Yay!
Okay. So I'm sure you had days where you were like, oh my gosh, tell me more. Tell me how I can also do it. I mean, she's very generous with information of how she climbed the corporate ladder in the business industry when it comes to showbiz. So I'm sure you'll want to know some tips, some advice as well. Save those for a little bit later, because right now we're going to go into a Q&A, her and I. I'm going to pick her brain a little bit and maybe explore some themes that you were looking into as well. Now, Bonang, in honor of the Queen Bee, I'm going to play a little game with you. I hope you don't mind.
Okay, I hope it's a safe game.
No, it's a safe
but I think
game.
before we start this game, I'd like the VIPs are the people who are sitting on these chairs in front of me, and if they can't see, then we already have a problem. So hands up if you can see where we are and you're comfortable and you're good, or hands up if you're good, or hands up if you want somebody to move
that's
that's in front
right,
of you.
and the back who says he's right and is nice and good.
Yeah, he's obviously very good. They're sitting down.
He's always good.
So everybody's comfortable? Everybody here is comfortable? You don't want to move to the back? Everybody's happy? Everybody's happy? And comfortable? All right, good.
You see,
okay, so you want us to stand rather so you can see us all. Let's do that. All right, we want to make sure everybody's happy. All right, here we go.
You see why she's so successful, man? She's someone emceeing her own event. Huh? They say if you can't get good help, you do it yourself. All right, now let's switch. But I'm going to have to now turn tables now.
Okay.
Now. I'm interviewing you now. So I know it's hard because this is your job. You do it in your sleep.
All right.
But let's take it a step back. So the game is a game of B's, right? So every question I'm going to ask you is going to start with a B. Let's start with B. The first one is background. That's B1.
All right.
So I want you to give us some context. Why did you decide to write the book? I mean, we know that you're extremely busy. I mean, there's so many things that you're busy with now. You woke up one morning and decided, I'm going to add one more thing to my already grueling schedule. Why did you decide to write the book?
I think the book came at a time in my life where I was, most importantly, I think, ready to share my story. I recently turned 30 in June, and, the dirty 30s. For the first time in my life, the dirty 30s came with a lot of, I felt very content. I felt very at peace. I felt at solace. I felt safe. I felt that I had dealt with enough things myself that I was ready to share with the world. But also because I've been in the entertainment industry for 13 years, I have given members of the media the opportunity to speak on my behalf. And that's only because I've been, very silent, very private. I'm very protective of myself, my families, the things that I hold dear to my heart. And for 13 years, people never really got the opportunity to see, how I am, how I think, or how I end up at a certain decision, or how I've been able to build the brand that I've built for the past 13 years in entertainment. So it came from that, and I think, you get to a point in your life where you realize that you need to pay it forward, whether you pay it forward in terms of financially, spiritually, sharing your knowledge, your experiences, whatever it is. I'm at a point in my life where I pay it forward. And actually, this book was inspired, funny, believe it or not, by an experience that I went through when I left live to join Top Billing. And I think that's the first time that a lot of resistance came in my career. And during all that time, nobody really understood what was happening in my mind, or the decisions the things that were going on in my head and how I felt. And I thought this book is a perfect way to kind of summarize everything. But not only that, but to share and try and inspire and try to unpack what people have said about me on my behalf. I think, 13 years, you gained a lot of experience, and I only felt worthy of writing a book or putting pen to paper once I had gone through certain things in my own life, in my own space.
So in essence, you had found your voice, and you felt this time, although you had been vocal all along, you found that you had the authority to actually speak for yourself.
I've always spoke for myself. I've always felt the authority. I've always been confident in sharing my story. It was about the timing. The thing is about life, things happen at a certain timing. And when they are premature or they're too late, they're not right. But they happen at a time when they absolutely meant to happen. And I think God wanted me at this time in my life to actually put this, in a book to share with everybody, because I truly believe the second or third or fourth or fifth or B2C chapter in my life is happening. So what I needed to do was type, file, save, send to iCloud, and then start a different chapter.
Now the second B2, is the beginning. So in your book, you go into great detail about your happy upbringing, and I'm glad the real VIPs are also here. Yes. The formidable support structure. They showered you with love, affirmed you, validated you, as it were. Speak to me about your formative years of growing up there. I believe you know your dad would call you,
I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people know I was born in Mafeking, well, this is what I did, but what happens in this book is that I document a lot of the details around my childhood. And what people don't know is that I grew up, born in Mafeking, moved to Johannesburg, but the most important thing is that I grew up around a lot of love. I was always surrounded by love. The foundation of who I am, my existence, my spirit is love. And I got a lot of love all the time from my family. I was born in Mafeking in June 1987, and then I was back and forth Mafeking in Joburg for the first couple, and Purville and all of that. And it's all in the book. But I think the most important thing was to put down on paper, I think not only to inspire other parents, but to show people how important I think the foundation of love is in creating or assisting a young woman or a young child to believe in the strength of their own dream. So, the only thing I can say about my family, and they're all here, from my aunt, my mother's young sister's here, and her husband, Mama Nitole, you'll probably read about her, and Mr. Shabani, and then Pinky Gela and my mother and father are here, and then I have two fathers. My other father, whom I love so much, Mr. Jogo Kwena, is also here, Dad. Hey, you're going to read about him as well. Malume Basilelo Khulululu, who are, Malume is, to me, has been really my spine. He doesn't know this, but I don't talk to him about a lot of things. I choose what I talk to Malume about, but the things that I talk to him about, he's always been able to kind of guide me in the right direction. My father, Mr. Matheba, is also here. Hey! He's also here. His wonderful wife, Payne, they're also here. My wonderful mentor, Aunt Basi, is also here, whom I love so much. And Auntie Jojo, who's also here. And they're the people who I also talk about in my book. And that is the beginning. Because the beginning starts with who I was surrounded with and why I became who I am. I think it started with the people that I saw around me and in the beginning of my life.
I also love that your father is the one who named you Bonang. And there was a bit of a tussle at first. What are we going to say? And then they settled on the name Bonang because I found it very prophetic, as it were, to say, behold. And we have been seeing you, grow in the industry, even in school. I mean, I read that you were very busy. Netball, you tried it, and then you didn't like it. Basketball, you're like, maybe not so much. But you were always active, you were always driven, you were always one to push the envelope, as it were. So let's speak a little bit about becoming, that's the third B, yes. Becoming who you were, and all those things that, in